Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Welcome, folks. I'm your host, J-Dub, the bad boy nerd. What a crazy week in the comic book world. Just when I think you have seen it all, just when I think I've made the best top 10 list ever, there are weeks when I'm like, this is the greatest FOC list I've ever done. And I'm like, I can't do anymore. I'm done. I'm out. It pulls me back in. Like Al Pacino, a la Godfather 3. And here we are again, folks. Welcome to the No FOMO Zone. I'm your host, J-Dub, the bad boy nerd. And oh my God, what a crazy week for comic books. We're going to jump right into it because I can tell you right now, if this is your first time watching the show, I do a weekly show every week, FOC Top 10, where I identify 10 books that I think should be on everyone's radar. You can buy them or not. It's totally up to you. But we're going into year 4 now, where I identify 10 books. And one of the books that I picked for my FOC top 10 list, FOC standing for Final Order Cutoff, that is the date when your LCS, your local comic shop, puts in the orders to send them out to the publishers and distribution to lock in the books so they come to the shop so we can get our greedy hands on them. And boy, oh boy, people have been getting their greedy hands on one particular book. I think you know where it's going. It was my number 10 pick back in September. It was on my FOC top 10 list. And it was a total shot in the dark. I didn't think it had legs. I just thought it was a cool idea. But I liked the book. And anyone who's been following me over the years on Instagram, you know that sometimes I don't pick what everyone thinks should be the pick. I really step outside the box and pull something. I'm like pulling something from far left field. And lo and behold, the shit turns out to be hot. What do I always say? I just make the list. I don't control the market. I will never sit here and fix my mouth to tell you that I know when a book's going to go through the roof, when a book's going to sell for $50. I'll never say that. But I will say this. I will say that I do have a pretty good idea when a book has something special and you should pay attention to it. See, that's the key when I do my list, because I'm out here flying by the seat of my pants, folks. I don't have insider information. I'm not locked in. I don't have, information that people are funneling to me like, oh, hey, put this on your show. I don't have that. All I have is 30 years of comic book collecting experience, my own intuition, a lot of research, a lot of reading. And then, every once in a while, I'll just find some shit and I'm just like, oh, well, that actually looks pretty cool. I think I'll put that on my list. Case in point, Mark Spears Monsters. Dude, Mark Spears Monsters. Of course, I have multiple copies of Mark Spears Monsters, the hottest book currently in the comic book industry right now, Mark Spears Monsters. Back in September, I picked it as my number 10 pick. Let me see if I can pull it up. And I did say, as a broken record, hey, this is cool. This is something you can probably just buy just for the artwork alone. If anyone knows anything about Mark Spears, you know that he's known for making those cool cards, collectible cards. And I was like, oh, dude, he's making comic books. Like, you should check that out. And yeah, for sure, like Mark Spears was one of my final order cutoff right there. Top 10 picks back in August the 3rd. And there you see, I even highlighted the Monsters #1 Infinity Gauntlet cover. That was one of my favorite covers. But since then, this book has gone nuclear. If you were happen to be one of the few souls, one of the few lucky souls that were able to get a first print of these books, and by the way, they were so easy to get. They were so easy to get. This wasn't hard. All right. It wasn't like an industry secret. It didn't sneak up on us because it was on my list. I actually showed people, like, hey, you should check this book out. If you've been following me for the past several years, I've been telling you, I've been preaching like gospel. Just put in your pre-orders, folks. Don't wait. Don't wait to see if I'm right or not. Just order it. And the book will be there waiting for you. So, yeah, the book debuts. It actually turns out that they have very low print runs. From what I saw from my information, they only print under like 3,000 copies across all the covers. And this guy cranks out a lot of covers. So there's like cover A through F, A through G, plus a metal cover, plus the double hollow foil cover, plus the incentives. 3,000 copies across all covers. So we're only talking, honestly, like a few hundred copies per cover. And this is why people are going nuts over them. I mean, the story is amazing. Like, the story is really good, but the covers are so dope. Oh my God, these covers are so dope. So anyway, I flipped most of mine. I'm not even going to lie. I flipped most of my first print covers. Let me go ahead and stop screen. Yeah, I flipped most of my first print covers. I held on to this one, uh, the Hawk 340 variant. Most of the first print variants are going for anywhere between $30 to $40. If you happen to have one of the bride covers with the the clavicle area showing in the nipplage, that goes for anywhere between 50. I've seen some sales for $70. I actually didn't even order one of those. I ordered the main cover A. I ordered the Infinity Gauntlet cover. That's my favorite. And I ordered, for whatever reason, I ordered a bunch of 340s and I flipped every last single one of them. I made a massive profit on them. So that's that. Like, it's in the bag now. And a couple of weeks later, after the debut of #1, I doubled down and said, hey guys, there's a second print coming. You should get that. Had a handful of the second prints. And then something weird took place this week. The second print Mo variant. Now, I posted on my Instagram, for those who follow me on Instagram. I posted that on my Instagram. I'm like, yo, this book's selling for like $85. And people are like, yo, it's the Mo variant. I'm like, yo, what the F are you talking about? They're like, yo, there's a mole on the shoulder. I'm like, what? There's a mole on the shoulder? So I go and check, and lo and behold, there's like an error smudge, and there's a mole on the shoulder. And I have like several copies of the Mo variant, the mole on the shoulder. Let me get that. Mole on the shoulder, sure. And it's funny because you don't know. This is such a crazy hobby. We're all crazy. Everybody is insane. Everyone who's in comic books, you're nuts. You're an addict. We're all addicts. I admit it. Shout out to my girl Salem. She's addicted for God knows why. She's like addicted to Redcoat. She like absolutely loves Redcoat. But there's an addiction. Some people are addicted to Miles Morales. I admit I'm addicted to Rose Besh covers. I have like a collection of just Rose Besh covers and for books I don't even read. But I talk about the addiction because people were hitting me up. Like people were adding me at the bad boy nerd on Instagram. Oh, it doesn't make sense. Man, why are people? It's just a smudge. It's not even that rare. I'm like, yeah, I agree. Like, don't at me. I didn't write the damn book. Like, I agree with you. You're like, I don't know if it's worth $85. I'm like, yeah, I agree. It's not going to stop me from not flipping. If someone wants to buy my copies at $50 a piece, of course I'm going to sell them for $50. There's no rhyme or reason to this. It's like people will spend $100 for a key book, and then they'll spend $500 because the barcode is different. What's the rhyme or reason to it? There's no rhyme or reason. We're all crazy. That's the wonderful world of comic book collecting, and it's what we love about it. It doesn't make sense to anyone else but us. And if you're here today, and if you follow me faithfully, if you follow me religiously, if you follow me consistently, you have issue number 2. You have cover A. You have this sick Spawn cover. And you have this dope ass EC horror homage. And again, folks, most shops didn't even get them on the shelf. I have about 5 shops here in Austin, Texas. None of them had them on the shelf because word got out that this is a great comic book, and most shops, not all, but most shops, yeah, they didn't even make it to the shelf. So if you didn't have a pre-order, you were ass out. But this is why we do this show, because this is so much fun. It's just fun to speculate about what book is going to be nuts. Now, if you haven't read the Ultimates 6 yet, Ultimate Hawk is crazy. He's like this crazy kind of Zen yoga type guy. He's just supremely powerful, and he just kicks the living shit out of the Ultimates team. This is a great issue. I think it's going to be a key issue. There's a spoiler alert. I'm not going to spoil it. Read the comic books, folks. Read the books so you know what's going on with the stories. I do a lot of reading. I read a lot of books. This is one of my picks from a few months back. FOC list. You should have this Scarlet Witch, number 6. This is the full story debut of New Champions Amaranth. This is cover A. I have multiples of these. I absolutely love this foil cover. God, I love that foil. Look at that. That's beautiful. Love it. You should also have that as well, because we have some great stuff coming for it. Look at that beautiful cover. Look at that. God, that's gorgeous. Look at that. Love that. It's one of my picks. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I feel about It's Jeff. Folks, this is an absolutely awesome issue. Go get Venom War It's Jeff right now. I promise you, this book is awesome. It is hilarious. Jeff is the man. Jeff has a strong following. Like, people that love Jeff, and they tend to sell out because a lot of shops don't really go heavy on Jeff. Great cover, Gwenpool and Jeff. Love that variant. All of these were on my FOC list. Dude, tell me you got Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman was my number 1 pick. This is Absolute Batman Dan Panosian variant. Good Lord, look at that mofo right there. Dan Panosian could easily make my list every FOC top 10 because his covers are dope. Love that Dan Panosian cover. Okay, folks. All right, look. You follow me on Instagram, I'm assuming. I did tell you Spider-Man 11, and I also told you Spider-Man 12, but most of you knew that anyway. But a lot of you probably didn't know that Spider-Man 11 was the actual debut. But Spider-Man 12 is also a great pickup. You can go grab those. This is the Elizabeth Torque variant. This is my favorite Spider-Boy. I keep saying Spider-Man. Spider-Boy 12 cover is the Torque variant. Love it. Featuring Spider-Girl. you don't know by now, she's currently a villain being trained under the mentorship of Bullseye. And obviously, folks, this should be a no-brainer, but people, because sometimes people don't read books, they just follow whatever some talking head says on YouTube, but they don't read the books. Folks, this is a great story. Like, you should read Amazing Spider-Man 61. Yeah, Joe Kelly, Ed McGuinness. This story is awesome. Um, Key issue, it introduces the 8 scions of Sidorak, and Spider-Man has to fight all 8 of them as commissioned by Doctor Doom, the Sorcerer Supreme. Speaking of the Sorcerer Supreme, folks, again and again and again, Blood Hunt number 5 is an easy key spec play. It's the first appearance of Doctor Doom, Sorcerer Supreme. Most shops have it sitting on the shelf. Go buy a couple of copies. By the time One World Under Doom comes out, people are gonna be like, "Oh snap! When did this happen? Oh snap! It was Blood Hunt number 5, and there's going to be a mad rush." Let me see. Ugh, God, I got so many books. But yeah, go buy Blood Hunt number 5. It's too easy to get an easy spec. Also, I said this in the previous. Crypt of Shadows is actually the first cameo appearance of Amaranth. She appears in this. So if you're like me, if you're a completist, if you're a completist and you have to have first appearances, that's the first cameo. And I said in the previous episode, I'm just going to double down and say it again. Folks, don't wait for CBSIs, who I love. I'm not shading. I love those guys. Don't wait for them to pick up on a hot book and then go scramble. These are on the shelf right now. Spectacular Spider-Man 5 and 6 are currently, no, 5 and 6. Spectacular Spider-Man 8 and 9 are currently on the shelf. Why am I waving Spectacular Spider-Man 8 and 9 in your face? Because they literally introduce a brand new hero. She's kind of like the Avatar. She has earth, she has like wind power, water power, fire power, and earth power. And she was introduced, her powers were introduced in number 8. And then they were more manifested, and then she was trained by none other than Hydro Man and Johnny Storm for her water and her fire powers. And she's going to debut as a new hero called Elementary. I'm telling you right now, these are on the shelf right now. You can walk into a shop and pick them up before they hop on the top 10 list weeks later. Yeah, so like super go do that. What else do I have? I think we're good for that because we have a great list right now, and I know you guys are waiting. Let's get into it. This introduces Namor 2 introduces a new player in the whole Atlantean kingdom, right? Because that girl right there is retconned from Namor's past. And this is her debut issue. I haven't seen anything written about it, but it's a great issue. And she has a full appearance debut in this pretty good series written by Jason Aaron. So again, these are on the shelf. They're just sitting on the shelf right now. Full appearance debut of a brand new character, that little girl. I mean, she's fully grown now, but she has like her own hidden kingdom that Namor discovers, and they're about to go to war. So Namor 2, right there, too easy. Real deal. Got them all. J-Dub got that Lee variant. Got the absolute variants. Got all the Spider Boys because it says on the title, right? Yeah. Got the ASM because it's a new team. Yeah. No, seriously. It's funny because sometimes it's too easy, and you would be like, "Yeah, of course everyone has it," but then like everyone doesn't have it, and you're like, "Damn." But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. This is this was my FOC top 10 pick number 10. This is the variant cover, which is the actual first cover appearance of All New Venom. So that's a whole thing. That was the variant. Hell, I forgot which book this is. I'm not even gonna lie. Venom War. I don't remember. It was Venom 39. Venom 39. Yeah, that was the variant. So yeah, again, look for that. Go find that one. And look, again, I just make the list. I don't control the market. Don't at me on Instagram. I mean, we can talk, but don't come at me like, dude, why is this book selling for $15? I'm like, I don't know. I just make lists. But yeah, All In DC Special was on the list. I said go grab it. Why? Because this is the first actual appearance of the Absolute Universe. So now what's happening is everyone who came late to the party, not you guys, because you guys watch my show and you follow me on Instagram, so you already know this. But the folks who came in late to the party, when I'm hanging out at comic shops and folks are walking in, they're like, "Oh, I'm kind of looking for Absolute Batman #1." Ha, yeah, right. But anyway, that's the first appearance of the Absolute Universe. So people who are into, first appearances, yeah, this book sells for $15. It is what it is. Don't ask me. I don't know. I have like 10 copies of this. I flipped so many copies of them, but it was on my FOC top 10 list. Real deal said it was a solicit as a foreshadow there. Yeah, no, for sure. I read a lot of solicits too. I do a lot of reading, and that's where I get a lot of my information. I wish I had inside information. That would be cool. I wish I had a lot more inside information where some secret mode would just feed me info that no one else knows. But no, I just do a lot of reading. What else do I have? Hell, let's get into this week's list. Dudes, yo, you guys, if you're watching live, you get the list first. You can put in your orders immediately. And yo, this list is so dope. This list is so dope, and I'm so excited because there's some shit on this list, and you're gonna be like, yo, what is up with this dude? But it is what it is. So let's get this cracking. We do this top 10 style. This week, number 10. Yeah, I was just talking about this. We have Spectacular Spider-Man. As you can see, exactly how I described her right there. Elementary, fire, water, earth, air. She's an airbender. She's the avatar of Marvel Comics. She made her debut in number 8. Her powers manifested and she got her training in issue number 9. And I think she named herself in issue number 10. This is officially her first cover appearance. Folks, just pre-order it. It'll be waiting for you when you get to the store. People are going to find out later. They're going to go crazy over it. They're going to be asking about it. You'll have your copy waiting. You're welcome. Spectacular Spider-Man number 10. Number 9. If you haven't been reading the new Wolverine series, Adamantium, the gold adamantium is making a comeback from the Greek mythology. The gold adamantine has a mind of its own and it can control people. As you see, all the adamantium users, you have Wolverine on the cover with the what looks like implied golden adamantine, and then it looks like he's being possessed by the gold claw. So there you go. Gold claw Wolverine number 5. The adamantine. It's a whole mythology, a whole storyline behind it. Could be pretty cool, folks. Check it out. Coming in at number 8. All New Venom. From what I've read, All New Venom has yet to be revealed. So you can get issue number 2. It's a continuance of the story. We got this beautiful 1 in 10 variant. I love this 1 in 10 design. These are really easy to get. Most stores will at least order 10 copies. So tell them you want the design variant. I love this. I think I misspelled his name. Paratore variant. That is badass. And the red one at the bottom is a connecting variant. So if you want to go with the connecting cover, the red one is the connecting cover. But I'm going to get the Paratore variant. I think that's dope. So I put that in at number 8. Things are already about to get interesting at number 7. I like the fact that Galactus, we've seen this before when Galactus makes different heralds. There's a whole series. What if Galactus made this person a herald? You probably heard about it. I love this plat variant for Hulk. I think that is a dope ass variant. That just looks insane. The Gambit variants, I thought they were okay. I'm just going to go for cover A myself and read the story. Hopefully they put in some surprises for the storyline, a few twists and turns, right? Galactus with his heralds is like Apocalypse with his death. Like Apocalypse just randomly picks people and be like, all right, you're death from now on. And it's kind of the same way with Galactus. He's like, you're the herald. I will like to see Hulk more than anything. I want to see the Incredible Hulk as a herald of Galactus, as if Hulk needs that much power. If you read Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk, which is a phenomenal series, you already know that the Hulk, according to Al Ewing, outlives everything in the universe. It's just ridiculous. And he said, it's like stocks. If it's in the news, it's too... Dude, that is so true. That is so true. I got my list and it's expensive. No, dude, that's so true. If it's in the news, by the time these books hit the hot list, it's already too late. This is why I do the FOC top 10 show. All right, so here we go. Let's keep it moving. All right, guys, you're going to love this next one. This next one's so dope. Shout out to my man. Shout out to the homie MA3. Mo knows. Coming in at number 6. Folks, you know me. I am not afraid to step outside the box. Star Trek Defiant number 22. You're looking at an Okazaki variant. Dude, Okazaki is so killer with his variants. This is a 1 in 10. How many out there are reading Star Trek? Not me. Okay? A lot of stores are not going to order IDW Star Trek variant. I have a sneaky suspicious feeling that this could be a hot seller. There are a lot of Okazaki fans out there. I am going after this book. He does 2 variants for issue 22 and issue 23. I'm going after both of them. They're 1 in 10. Okay? So it's a ratio, and I doubt many stores order 10 copies of Star Trek Defiant. So a heads up, if you are an Okazaki fan. By the way, Okazaki had one of the biggest selling books of the past 2 years. If you guys follow me, you remember one of my picks was Death of Venomverse, the Okazaki variant with the pink Venom girl. That book sold for $200. That was a 1 in 25. That was an Okazaki variant. So yeah, he's got a strong following. This is going to be a very, I won't say it's going to be rare, but it's going to be pretty hard to find. So put that on your radar as well. And that's just number 6. Coming in at number 5. Of course, we got to go with one of the biggest box office successes in recent memory, Deadpool and Wolverine. Personally, I saw the movie 5 times. I think it's hilarious. Tell me in the comments what you thought about the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I just absolutely loved it. I give it 5 stars out of 5 stars. If a movie does what it sets out to do, I'm happy. I just thought it was a perfect movie. It had the perfect amount of Deadpool. It had the perfect amount of Wolverine. It had great cameos. It was a hard R. Absolutely loved that. And we got to see classic Wolverine in his yellow and blue outfit with the hood on, with the white eyelets. Oh my God. I might just watch it again tonight because I'm getting myself excited. So yes, Deadpool Wolverine, this is an ongoing series. I can't even imagine how much shit they're going to bring in this ongoing series. So yeah, it has to come in at number 5. All right, folks, things start to get real hot for the last 4 books. You're not ready for it. Coming in at number 4. Obviously, the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Again, Amazing Spider-Man 61 is a must-have, folks. Amazing Spider-Man 61 introduces all 8 scions of Cyttorak in this issue. All right, it's the debut of them, right? So it's too easy to own that book as a solid key issue, okay? And so, yeah, this whole storyline continues the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. I love the storyline. I just thought it was awesome. Stick around, folks. This is about to get very interesting very quickly. You have no idea. You have no idea what's coming in at number 3. But before we even get to number 3, I just want to say, if you're easily triggered, you should probably leave now. But for funsies, I'm a comic book guy. Yes, I dabble in the political landscape. But you know, America has a 2-party system. It's like flipping a coin. It's a 50-50 chance. Someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. I have to say that because from what I've been seeing, a lot of people are having visceral reactions to the elections. And with that being said, coming in at number 3. Trump 2024 is my number 3 pick. This is US Comics Stars and Stripes, the Trump Election Edition. Bad boy nerd, you have lost your mind. I've never had my mind, so it's not lost. I swear by my list. I make the list, I don't control the market. However, I will say this. Political comic books tend to do very well as strong collector's items. They tend to do very well in the aftermarket. This is I don't even know who the publisher is, so this is not going to have a large print run. So if you're interested in owning a piece of history, regardless of which side of history you're on, this is my number 3 pick. Trump 2024 US Comics Stars and Stripes Election Edition. Yes, I am going to own this book. Yes, I am. Because I swear by my list. I stick to it. Chest out, 10 toes down. Coming in at number 2. Dudes. Hold on. If you've been following me for the past few months, I won't shut up about it. And the market is overreacting to it. So coming in at number 2. More monsters. Mark Spears. This is the 3rd print of issue number 1. You have the 3rd print variant in the little subsection here. And you have this incredible Nightmare on Elm Street 3rd print 1:20 ratio. How do you get a hold of these 3rd prints? Tell your shop to order them. Tell your shop to order 20 copies. Like, seriously. I know there are shops here in Austin. They're a little tentative. And I'm like, dude, this is the hottest book in the market right now. Order them. I think a 1:20 is very easy. If you get this, congratulations. You have a jackpot. Or, here's a secret. You just order the shit directly from KeenSpot. Yeah. I don't even think people knew that. You can literally just order these books directly from KeenSpot and they'll ship them to your door. If you didn't know that, you're welcome. But yeah, 1:20, that's easy to get. That's very easy to get. 20 copies. Matter of fact, be a big baller. Just order 10 copies and tell your store to fulfill 10 more copies and tell them to throw in that 20th copy just for you. I will own that Nightmare on Elm Street 1 in 20 ratio. All right. Coming in at number 1. You would think that nothing can top that. But number 1 should be obvious, and it is pretty obvious because I've been talking about this book since last year. Number 1 this week on Bad Boy Nerds FOC Top 10 list is none other than the new champions. Yes. Who out there told you last year, buy all the new champion variant covers? Me, that's who. Who told you to go buy those covers? Me, that's who. Who told you to order the whole set? Don't dick around. I actually said the words, don't dick around, order the whole sets. Me, that's who. No, seriously, folks. Yeah, new champions. Huge debut to kick off 2025. This is one of the last FOC lists for 2024. So this is like one of the first major launches for 2025. Absolutely love Rose Besh. You already know that. Absolutely love Art Germ. Amaranth. She's got some tricks up her sleeve. Then you have the entire new champions team, or at least half of them, right here on cover A. So yeah, folks, will this have the same impact as Strange Academy? That I'm not too sure of. Strange Academy had a massive debut. I'm going to order one of every cover I can get a hold of as a pre-order. So we will see what the new champions do. But the variant covers are all going up in value, some as high as $40 per cover. And yeah, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed that list. Let's do a quick rundown. Number 10 kicks off Spectacular Spider-Man. There's your Avatar, Elementary. Number 9, Wolverine 5. All new Venom at number 8. Galactus makes Heralds. Sweet ass Okazaki variant. I think this is going to be the surprise hit of this list this week. It's a 1 in 10 for Star Trek Defiant. Amazing cover. Number 5, Deadpool Wolverine. Number 4, obviously. Yo, I'm pre-ordering this joint. Trump 2024. It's going to be pretty low print. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah. Number 2, the monster, the industry monster, Mark Spears Monsters. I don't even think Mr. Mark Spears himself anticipated this much fanfare. And then number 1, new champions. So yeah, folks, if this was your first time watching this show, I want to say thank you for tuning in live. If you're tuning in live, that means you could be doing anything else, but you're hanging out with me. Appreciate that. This is going to be up on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at the Bad Boy Nerd. I literally talk about comic books every day. I do a FOC Top 10 show. I pick books before they get hot, before they blow up. And then after the fact, I go back and do a market update to see how they perform. I'm not saying that every book I pick is a winner. It's kind of like baseball. In baseball, if you bat 300, you go to the Hall of Fame. So yeah, if I only pick 3 big hits every month, it's worth it. My big hit was clearly Mark Spears, and if you bought any Mark Spears, you made a killing if you bothered to flip them. The other book I absolutely love is I love Grommets. I love Grommets a lot. I love Grommets. This is a very cool book. That's a very cool book right there. But other than that, I will see you guys on Instagram. Give me a shout out. If you love the list, just tell me, give me a shout out, leave a comment, let me know. Either way, I enjoy doing my little lo-fi, low budget show. Just hanging out and shit, talking comic books. So I will catch you all on the gram. Peace.